So, Gaffer, that's quite a disappointing way to exit the Vase, isn't it?
Yeah, really disappointing. I don't think we ever got started. I think we were second best for large parts. I think 1-1 flattered us at half time, to be honest with you. It's a great strike, it's a great goal, to be fair. And you know, myself and Chip come in and got about them, quite animated in the changing room. So I just felt we were a bit flat. Local derby, decent crowd, FA Vase. We shouldn't have to be motivating people, and you know, so. But we did, got about them, and our message is always about concentrating and focus and making sure that for the first 10 minutes of each half that you switched on, and lo and behold, we're not, and we concede. You just said 42 seconds into the second half. It's nonsense. And listen, Emley are experienced and know how to manage the game, and that itself makes it another uphill battle.
Yeah.
Then a couple of strange decisions from referee.
Strange is one word.
We've got obviously one of our players kicked while he's on ground and only received a yellow. Lewis, a bit of petulance, ends up with 2 yellows. And again, an experienced team playing against 10 men, they know how to see the game, they know how to manage the game. We have to push on to try and get back into it. They exploit the gaps, and it's just frustrating because we've never played, we've never passed. The work rate weren't good enough. Throw a bit of caution to the wind. Last 10-15 minutes, went to 3 at back, just to try and get a couple of more bodies forward. And obviously you're always susceptible to being picked off, which is what happened for the third. But I think we deserve to lose. I don't think there's any shying away from that. I don't think the performance was good enough to warrant anything other than a defeat. It's disappointing in a local derby that, you know, for long spells we've allowed it to be too easy for them. And that's not usually my side and Andy Eward's side. You know, we're usually an handful for anybody, and I think we've been easy to deal with today. We're missing 1 or 2 players, but that's not an excuse. There was just no fluidity. There were no passing. There were no real movement. There were no fight at times, and that's really disappointing. And sometimes you know. The one thing you've got to have in a local derby is you've got to have a bit of fire in your belly. Yeah. You can accept that it might be 100 mile an hour and it might not be a high quality game, but you can't just allow people to tickle your bellies and just like roll over. And I feel for long periods we've done that today. And it's a lesson for the young lads. You know, they're going to come up against teams like that. Yeah. Who are a bit stronger, a bit more experienced. And don't get me wrong. You know, your Walshaws and your Walkers and your people like that, they've been good players for long periods. You know, Emley's paying a lot of money to have them players in their ranks. We have to do it differently, but our players have got to quickly learn and grow up and certainly be more up for a physical battle when you come up against teams like this. And you know, I think that's all we can really say. And like I said, it sticks in my throat. I hate it. It's the worst feeling in the world. But sometimes when you're well beaten, you just have to stick your hands up and say, you know, and we were today. You know, like I said, a penalty. I'm not even sure it was a penalty, if I'm honest. I don't know. A bit of a strange decision, but again, didn't really look like we had too many people, you know, running to the ball to try and grab hold of an opportunity. And again, it's not the best of penalties. It's a good out for a keeper, and from a lad who's been first class for us, who's got the best left foot in the league. And I just never understand for life of me why you don't just put your laces through it and because he strikes such a ball, such a good ball. Yeah. But listen, anybody can miss a penalty. There's better players than Rich miss penalties. You know. Would we deserve to be 2-2? Probably not. It might not have changed the result because, you know, we'd have had to play still with 10 men for a long period. But I don't know, it might just have got us going a little bit and stuff. But not to be today. And I think, you know, the lads know that they've been well under par.